Hello, welcome back. I'm trying to figure out where I left off. I kind of ate dinner and can't remember exactly where I was. So the first thing I'm going to do is boot up the simulator. For some reason it's not going. Okay. Yeah. I gotta say, one of the reasons I'm doing these videos is because they give me an idea of what I can do in 15 minutes. So when I'm reviewing the videos, I just skip, every 15 minutes and watch the next one. And one of the problems I had with learning how to manage time, even when you have free time, like you have a whole day off or whatever, there's things you need to do, like eat and sometimes exercise, talk to friends, stuff that you like to do. And yeah, I used to find it hard if I didn't have, too a long block of time that was available. And I would just sort of say, if there's just an hour and a half, that's not enough time to really get into the project and get done with it and come back. It'll be more efficient just to wait for the next block. It's really just an excuse. And these videos are sort of a way to help me deal with that. I'm not sure if there's a common problem. I'm kind of curious to see if other people feel like this. Yeah, but the thing about these YouTube videos, I can recall what I was doing in the last step. They give me a good place marker. Yeah. Also, it's kind of tiring. I do a lot of coding outside of the YouTube videos, of course. So I know that when I do a YouTube session, it's probably, yeah, sometimes I do them for 4 hours or whatever, but they're usually 1 or 2 hours. Then I'll kill the video. It's a good little excuse, you know, way to say I'm going to work just for a couple hours on this. So both the upper and lower bound, I guess. Anyway, enough talking about all that. Let's look at our sliders. Yeah, they look not bad. While I was eating, I was thinking maybe I should make these a radial thing so the edges aren't so hard, but I think it's actually okay. Yeah. So maybe we just spend today. Yeah, we were about to work on the thumbs, now I remember. So this blue section is currently the thumb. And I'm not sure if we're even drawing we should be drawing a number in gray. I think it's right here. It's just very hard to see. If you bring it down here, you can see it. Yeah, the 0.01. And as you can see, this text is currently repeating that information. Yeah, so what do I want to do with that? Well, we're drawing some things. It's all starting to come back. We basically want a slightly less long yeah, right here. We want to change the thumb, is it width? I think it's width. The thumb width should be a lot smaller. Remember, we're drawing in the horizontal context. And this means the slider bar can be used horizontally as well. Just, that's the byproduct. So how about we try 20, see? No, let's try. It's got to be at least big enough for text to fit, so 20 is good. Alright, and now, yeah, this might mess us up when it comes to these transforms. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not the one. We want the thumb right here. Yeah, so there's a couple transforms being applied, but none of them. Okay, this one uses the height, and we still want Actually, I think it's width that we want here. I think it is width. Because the width is the height, if that makes sense. Pre-rotation. Yeah, it's a little tricky at first. Alright. Yeah. You can see that the number is no longer centered. Interestingly. It's now on the bottom. So that's not good. But the slider is the way we want it. And it looks like 20 is pretty big. We can probably get it down to, yeah, I'd say, you know, a lot smaller would be fine. Maybe even 10. Maybe even 8. Yeah, let's go ahead and change that. And we can look for the logical error that we're doing in the thumb drawing. The rotate by 90 degrees is correct. This logic is no longer good though. And I'm not exactly sure why. So let's do an updated drawing. Yeah, I no longer need this. So I'm going to erase, oops. Where's the square? That is square. Yeah, I can take this off. And then fill. Okay, so this is our slider bar. Yes. Let's not even care about slider bar. Let me draw the thumb. The thumb we're drawing like this. The width is actually small, and this rotates 90 degrees to the left. Yeah. And eventually becomes something like that. Right. Now the text we're drawing, ordinarily if we drew on this, text would be like this. If we drew text at 0, 0, it would look like this. Starting around here at 0, 0, extending down. Yeah. However, we are going to rotate first. So we're going to rotate 90 degrees to the right. So that's going to actually look like this. It'll be just off the bottom of the thing. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's going to get drawn here. So we have to translate by moving up that much. And how much exactly do you move up is the question. Looks like you move up the whole Y, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. After the rotate though, so we're rotating, it's tricky because we haven't drawn that text box yet. First we rotate 90 degrees, so that means our new drawing space looks like this. This is the original. After you rotate 90 degrees to the right, around this point, you get this. Is that right? Yeah, that is what you get. So if we were to draw here, that doesn't make any sense. There's actually no bounds to this if once you do the rotate. But this becomes Y. This is why we are using this negative y. And it looks to me like you want to go up by the whole. This becomes 0, 0. This becomes 0, 10, for example. This point here. So this is where the text will be centered around. So we have to go up by a good amount. I'm thinking we should. Yeah, it looks like we're not going up by enough. Now that doesn't explain why we're getting misaligned. Sorry, just 1 second. It looked to me like the X was misaligned as well, and I can't figure that out. What I mean is, if you look at this number, it's on the far left, right? I have no idea why it's doing that. Well, now it's more or less centered. We can bring it up even a little bit more. And the thing is, this depends on text height, so it's fairly arbitrary. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do about that, but definitely looks like it's just staying at 0. It's not changing. Let's see if that's true for frequency. I can't see what it says. Well, here's a good time to make it a little darker too, so let's do that. The text color actually gets set here. Yeah. Is this where it gets set? No. Well, this is the fill. And that should be, I believe it's the fill that changes the color, right? So oh, set thumb image is not here. Where's set thumb image? What? Yeah. This is the UISlider calls. Huh, so the color's not set. I'm not sure why it's turning out to be gray. I mean, I expect it to be the color of the backing thing. Anyway, let's just set the color here then. We'll make it, how about we make it black? And I'm gonna say it should be fairly dark. Alright, so this should make it easier to see. We want the translate to go up a little bit more. Looks like we want maybe 3 more pixels. This is totally just, I mean, this is gonna not change over time. We always want to go up by that many pixels, and it's a magic number. No getting around it. We have to center the text, which requires some magic number, 3 in our case.